Happy Christmas Eve, everybody. And of course, it's a great day because the Dallas Cowboys won last night, locked up a playoff spot, and it's Christmas time. So I'm actually here ready to enjoy myself because First Take is coming on right now. I want to see what the haters have to say about the Dallas Cowboys. You remember, they told us our season was over when we were 3-5, and now, well, hey, we're in playoffs. We're talking about playoffs now, not playoffs. That's right. So let's hold on until they get to the Dallas Cowboys. Here we go.
Grinch got you? All right. So, Stephen A., in case you didn't know,
Can you turn it up?
on the outside looking in of the playoffs. But here's the silver lining.
We'll wait till he comes back to the Cowboys. Here we go.
Is what got them that NFC East title on Sunday. They were playing host to the Bucks. In Jerry World, Dak Prescott went midway through the first quarter. They're down 3-0 until he takes it in from 7 yards out, puts 6 up on the board. Cowboys go up 7-3 after the extra point. Then Buccaneers trying to respond, but Randy Gregory gets the sack.
Randy Gregory.
Winston, who fumbles, and there goes Jalen Smith down the sideline to the crib for a 69-yard score. Jared Jones happy about it, but Dak knew it all along.
Here we go,
We knew
Dak.
it all along. You're probably the only ones in this room that carried us out. At 1-2, at 3-3, at 3-5, we knew exactly what we had. We knew the team that we had.
So take a look at this. The Dallas Cowboys clinched their third division title in the last 5 seasons. It also continues a run that has seen the NFC East not have a repeat champion. This is the Eagles won 4 straight from 2001 to 2004. Let's get you back over to First Take.
All right, here we go.
Ooh, Ray, how about them Cowboys? NFC East champs, they're going to host a playoff game on Wild Card Weekend. And guess who is
Playoffs?
Stephen A. Smith? We are. Your third trip to Big D. We're going to be at Texas Live. January 4th. Doors open 7:30 at local. Come on down. Pack the house. This time, Matt.
Oh, they're going to be in Dallas again? Yeah, he hates the Cowboys, all right.
I'll love it as we get closer to it. I'm just disgusted with what I saw yesterday, that's all. But it is what it is.
All right,
You know
well,
what I'm saying? I'm not going to get too caught up in it just yet. Give me time.
let me ask you this, because
Yes.
I want to give you a chance to be fair.
Mhm.
Is Dallas lucky that they won the division, or is this team actually good?
Hell yeah, they lucky. Hell yeah, they lucky. Listen, let me tell you something right now. I'll give you credit where credit is due when you're producing on all sides of the ball. This defense is big time. This defense of the Dallas Cowboys is legit. There is no doubt about it. Mad respect to them. Cannot deny it. Smith and this kid Van Der Esch is something special. Behold, DeMarcus Lawrence, even though he didn't have a sack in weeks until yesterday, he's still there. Listen, I like a lot of the personnel that they have in the defensive side of the ball, and I'm going to give props for props to do. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, don't even get me started with James Winston and that. Don't even get me started. I'm done. I'm just done.
There's going to be a big conversation if he'll be back there next season.
Presence in the pocket awareness. I mean, you dancing in the pocket. You don't think you're gonna get to you waving like you standing by yourself away from the crowd. Of course you got almost whiplash for crying out loud. Got popped silly. You give up the fumble. Jalen Smith returns and scampers down the left sideline for a touchdown. On a handoff to your running back late.
Yeah.
You're only down 1. You're only down 7. On a handoff, what happened? They fumbled a damn handoff. Randy Gregory, I believe it was recovered.
Randy Gregory.
2-yard line. So you're talking about 14 points right there. That was basically because of Tampa's offense instead of your own. Meanwhile, Dak Prescott. Let me be very, very clear. I like Dak Prescott. I think he deserves a lot of his money, maybe not max dollars or whatever the case may be, not those exorbitant dollars, but I like Dak Prescott. I truly, truly do. But he's a relatively pedestrian. That was 161 yards passing. Really? You complete 20 of 25 passes for 161. If that ain't thinking and dunking, I don't know what is. Okay? You ain't making out. Your number 1 receiver is Amari Cooper, targeted just 5 times. 4 times he catches a pass for 20 yards. 20 yards. Who you did they throw him behind you for crying out loud. You certainly ain't looking downfield. So I'm looking at it from that perspective. As far as I'm concerned, there was no passing game for the Dallas Cowboys that really, really existed. So when I look at it from that perspective, here's what it comes down to for me. Dallas's defense is elite. Their offense is highly suspect outside of Ezekiel Elliott. And don't get me started on Jason Garrett and Scott Linehan, because I'm wondering what the hell they're doing in terms of their play calling. Because don't tell me that Dak Prescott deserves that minimal amount of faith where you don't even have him looking downfield, for crying out loud. You ain't winning a play. You ain't making no noise in the playoffs with that nonsense. So I'm not sold on the Cowboys by any stretch of the imagination. They lucked up. The Washington Redskins was in the mix. Alex Smith goes down. And then Colt McCoy goes down. And then Mr. Bubble himself, Mark Sanchez goes down. And now you got Josh Johnson. He's up in there. And they almost beat Tennessee. I wonder what the Redskins would have done if their quarterback was still healthy. The Philadelphia Eagles ravaged in their secondary in terms of injuries. 10 players on the defensive side of the ball hurt. 4 from their secondary, and still they managed to still be alive in this playoff picture. I believe if those two things
You
hadn't
didn't even
happened,
mention the Giants.
no, not at all. I believe if those two things hadn't happened, or the multitude of things to those two teams had not happened, we would not be talking about the Cowboys because their offense is
You know what? As the great Bill Parcells once said, you are what your record says you are. Doesn't matter how you win. The matter is that you win, and that you win enough to make it to the playoffs. And this stuff about, oh, well, they can't carry that into the playoffs. Well, I got to tell you, right now, defense is back in the NFL. And you start looking at all these teams that were high flying, the Kansas Cities, the Rams, New Orleans, that were scoring points at will, that everybody said that they won't be able to be stopped, that they had already punched their cards to the Super Bowl. Well, guess what? You look at teams like Baltimore, you look at teams like Dallas, you look at teams like Seattle, you're looking at teams like the Bears that all of a sudden have been coming on the last couple of weeks. Defense wins championship. I know chicks dig the deep ball. Chicks and fans love seeing that high-flying offense, but a running game and a defense that will stop the other guys win. So don't count out the Dallas Cowboys. Now again, what do I know? I'm a guy with a voodoo doll and a day job. I'll see you guys soon.